Hey everybody, welcome back to Horror Trans. My name is Stephanie Bree, transgender woman. I talk about all things horror, and today I have a topic discussion for you. Which is scarier in a horror setting, not in real life. Real life, it's different, but we'll bring real life into this because we have to, because, horror is a reflection of real life. All this is with all art. Horror is still art. Fuck you to the snobs. And it's not elevated art or elevated horror. If you ever say that word at me, it's an automatic block. I don't care if you've been following me since day one. If you ever utter the words elevated horror, other than in the context to shit, than to shit on it, we're done. Period. Full stop. There is no forgiveness. There's no such thing as elevated horror. None. It doesn't exist. But let's get to the topic. Scarier clowns or dolls? And I don't mean monster clowns, necessarily, like killer clowns from outer space, or serial killers that dress up like clowns, like Art the Clown, or Gacy, or whatever his name is. I don't even bother to learn his name because he was a piece of shit. I don't need to give him any credit. You know what I mean? These people that dress up like clowns and kill people. No, we're talking about that in the context of horror. But we're also talking about just, clowns in general. Like if you are out in public and you see, not a scary clown, just a birthday clown on his way to a birthday party with balloons to make balloon animals and do magic tricks. Your standard, regular, everyday, nothing wrong with them, clown, and your regular, standard, everyday doll. Now, when I say doll here, I'm specifically talking about two types of dolls. Well, possibly three, but at the very minimum two. We're not talking Barbie dolls or baby dolls, or we'll put in a pin in the American Girl dolls and the Cabbage Patch dolls because those are creepy in their own way. We're specifically talking about the elaborate dolls, the ones you see in horror movies, ceramic dolls. I call them ceramic dolls, even though I know they're porcelain dolls. There's ceramic and porcelain dolls. The porcelain dolls. These fake things. These uncanny valley monstrosities that people collect and buy, and touch. So, in the context of horror movies, you do have scary clowns. Poltergeist, It, Art the Clown. You've got killer clowns from outer space. The nightmare scene in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Don't tell me that's not a horror movie. That scene gave me fucking nightmares to this day. That's a horror movie. Okay? Well, that section of it is a horror movie. The rest of it, not so much, but that's the scariest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Don't come at me. Yeah, no, I don't. No. On the clowns and me, no. Fuck off. Innocent, 35-year-old college dropout, dressed up like a clown, on his way to a birthday party, just a regular chill dude gonna make balloon animals and do card tricks, swings by the gas station to get a Slurpee because he's thirsty, and I walk into the store. If I don't violently attack him, I'm going to walk the long way around the store, as far away from him as I can until he's gone. Gone. And then I'm going to go about my business. After I catch my breath and pop an anxiety pill, close my eyes. I don't do clowns, okay? To me, personally, clowns in any context, the circus, a birthday party, a movie, a documentary, I don't care. I hate clowns. They're the scariest fucking thing on the face of the earth, next to spiders, but we'll talk about that in another day. Oh, and Republicans. Republicans are pretty scary. Not necessarily people that vote for Republicans, but the actual politicians. Never mind. We'll skip over that. Pretend I didn't say anything. Anyways, clowns are scary. Now, y'all just observed, and I have to catch my breath because that just okay, y'all just observed how I respond to clowns. I'm not the only person that has the clown phobia, and I'm not going to use the fucking Latin word. Don't speak Latin to me. I don't give a fuck if it's blah, 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 a phobia or whatever. It's clowns, okay? Scared of clowns. That's it. Clown phobia. Let's just call it clown phobia. We don't have to give it a goddamn Latin name, okay? Jesus Christ. We speak English. Not everything has to be Latin, goddammit. For fuck's sake. Do not comment the Latin in this on this video. Clown phobia. Leave me alone. I'm very worked up over this. That's how much I hate clowns. Okay? Okay. Take that reaction times 100 is how much I do not do porcelain dolls or ceramic dolls. And I said there was a second type of doll because I'm counting porcelain and ceramic dolls as one type of doll. The other type of scary doll is the ventriloquist dummy. The little wooden motherfucking imp that crawled out of the depths of hell that somebody sticks their hand up its ass and makes its lips move. And does the little... No. Go down to your local blacksmith and get the hot iron that he uses to make metal. The hot iron rod. Shove it up your asshole and shut the fuck up. You goddamn motherfucking cockroaches. You, the ventriloquists. If you're a ventriloquist, you brought Satan into your life. Fuck you. Do not. No. I do not do... That is why I said in a previous video, I will never watch Dead Silence. I'm not going to do it because I'll probably die of a heart attack. I was minding my own business, having a nice, relaxing day of antiquing, walking around downtown. I walked into an antique store. There's a goddamn dummy sitting on the counter. Oh my god, I flew out, I ran out slammed the door, got my car, whew, had to get a safe distance. I don't do, fuck the dummies. I don't know. Okay? I will not be in the presence of ventriloquist dummies. Despite that, I do like Seed of Chucky, even though he was pretending to be a ventriloquist dummy. That's a different thing, because that's really a Chucky doll. So that's a My Buddy, it's a knockoff My Buddy doll. So that's different. That's different. That's not an actual lemur that crawled out of the depths of hell and shat out an imp and then grew a devil in its ass. The devil being the asshole with its hand up its butt. No. Now, that is worse to me. The presence of those things. Worse than clowns. If I see a clown, I'll keep my distance. If I see a dummy, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm just not even gonna... No. I'm out the door. I'm going the other direction as far as I can get away from it. I don't do dummies. Now take that and times it by 10. And that's how scared the fucking death I am of the porcelain dolls. The ceramic dolls. Those little pieces of pottery that are sculpted to look like children, that are dressed up like baby dolls, that have eyes that'll do this. On its own? Or it'll turn its head or twitch. Satan is in Western society, American and British and English-based colonial societies, the epitome of evil. To some sci-fi horror fans, Cthulhu and the other eldritch gods are even scarier than Satan. These things are so evil that they literally make Satan and Cthulhu and all the eldritch gods and all the it and all of it. It, when I say it, I mean Pennywise. All of it look like cute little kittens. Cute little happy, well-behaved, fluffy kittens compared to these things. I see a clown, I'm going to run the other direction. Or I'm going to keep my distance. If I see a ventriloquist dummy, I'm in the car, I'm gone. I'm gone. If I walk into a space and just sitting there out in the open, not contained safely in a glass case where it can't touch me or hurt me or possess me, just sitting there in a glass case, fine. If it's protected and it can't get me, okay. I'm going to keep my distance. I'm going to be like, I'm not even going to look at it. I'm not looking at it. I'm not making eye contact. I'm just going to be like, it's there. No, it's not there. It's not there. It's not there. And I'm going to ignore it. Fine. If I walk into a space, an antique store, arts and crafts store, a thrift store, a flea market, your house if you invite me over and it's sitting in your living room, a ceramic doll or a porcelain doll sitting out in the open, I'm going to drop dead of a heart attack right there. I'm literally going to have a heart attack. I'm going to die in the presence of that thing. I'm just, no! I will never, ever be in the presence of the thing that is so evil it makes Cthulhu look like a fluffy little rainbow. Okay? They're pure, infinitely concentrated evil. Pure. So pure evil that evil itself is legitimately good in comparison. That is the porcelain doll, the ceramic doll. They and me do not coexist. Now, that's just me. I stated that in this segment. That's real life. I can watch a movie with I can watch The Puppet Master because those are puppets. Those are like little, cloth thingies. Like the dolls they had in like the what's it called? Tales from the Hood. When the little dolls got the racist senator dude. Yeah, it's fine. Chucky, no problem. That's just that's just a Cabbage Patch Kid. Chucky is just a talking Cabbage Patch Kid. That's not scary. I can pick it up and throw it. He can't hurt me. What's he gonna do? Stab his knife? My arm's longer than his. I'm gonna grab his little knife, his little arm by the knife, yank it out of his socket, stab him with it. Chucky's not scary. These things are scary. Now, Poltergeist is the scariest movie I've ever seen, and I will die on that hill. Because it has a fucking clown doll! Are you kidding me? A clown doll! Toby Hooper. Steven Spielberg. You aren't going to hell. You are going to be sucked into the abyss that is so far down into the trenches of the pure guttural evil in this universe, beyond comprehension, that even Satan can't get into because he's not evil enough. Because you made that movie. Okay? Dolls are scarier. Full stop. There is no debating this. And when I say dolls, I'm talking, and I don't just mean scary dolls like, ooh, Chucky's a scary doll. No, he's not. I mean the actual Annabelle. Ugh. Not the real Annabelle. That's just a fucking what is it? The orange hair. You know what I'm trying to say? Not Humpty Dumpty, but the I don't know. You know what it is. It's not a Cabbage Patch doll, but it's harmless. But the one in the movie, fuck off. And yes, The Conjuring just about gave me a panic attack. Both times I watched it, and I don't even understand why I watched it a second time. Didn't need to, but I put myself through it a second time for some ungodly reason beyond comprehension, and I'll never make that mistake again. Yes, I will, because it's actually a good movie. I just gotta kind of pace myself to get through the Annabelle scenes. But Annabelle the movie, lame. I've already done a video on it. Not good. Not scary. But, okay. What are some examples of scary clowns in horror movies? Well, I've already mentioned most of them. Poltergeist, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Art the Clown, Pennywise, which they keep making scarier and scarier for some reason because, you know, they hate us. But there's only like 5 or 6 other legitimately like well-known scary clown movies. There's a few rubbish B movies that Netflix or Tubi put out there just because, that are just knockoffs that don't matter because nobody watched them because they're like half a star, you know, and they don't matter. But like ones that people actually watched, there's not that many, and I'm going to be honest, they're not that scary. Pennywise is scary, Art is not. I could take Art. Okay, he's a demon that can't be killed, but I could still take Art. You know, I'm a chaos witch. I used to be a necromancer. I think my mastery of demonic forces trumps him being a demon. I have demons as pets, especially succubis. I tame them as pets. Lilith is one of my goddesses. I'm okay with that. Demons don't scare me. He's just a demon. No, I could take Art. I'm not scared of Art. Pennywise? Well, he's an eldritch demon. He doesn't come from the hell that my demons come from. I don't know where Pennywise comes from. So, I don't know. The clown that he dresses up as? Well, scary automatically just because it's a clown. Art's not even scary as a clown because he doesn't really look like a clown, actually. He just looks like he looks more like a mime. Mimes aren't scary. So, I'm not scared of Art. He's a mime pretending to be a clown. Okay? He's not scary. Now, and yes, I'm talking real life when I said the whole necromancy thing. Yes, in real life, I'm a chaos witch and I practice necromancy. So, you know, I'm not afraid of demons. They don't bother me. They're just, you know, they're beneath me. I have power over them. We all do, as long as you have the knowledge of how to handle them. This is why demons don't scare me. Now, The Exorcist is a scary movie, but that's because it's Catholic priest in the little girl's bedroom. The whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, she's saying, fuck me, and the priest is licking his lips. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay? So, that's why The Exorcist is scary. And if you didn't notice that, you weren't paying attention. Alright, back to the subject at hand. The thing, though, is eldritch demons, or eldritch gods, or whatever the fuck they are, they can be scary, but it himself isn't scary because it's psychological. He's Freddy Krueger. If you aren't afraid of him, he can't touch you. He doesn't even materialize. He has no material form if you have no fear. I tame demons as pets. I regularly pray to the Horned God. And Lilith, you know, the real Lilith, not the Christianized version of Lilith, and not the video game character you find in Diablo. I'm talking about the Queen of Hell herself. I'm not scared of demons. I'm not scared of it. Oh, you're gonna mock me? I'm fat! I'm trans! I'm a little bit bald. I got some stubble. My tits aren't pointy enough. You're gonna make fun of me? Let's go! Let's go, come on! Oh, you're gonna say, he'll dress up like a scary doll. And I'm like, yeah, you're over there in the swamp? You're gonna swim through the swamp to get to me? Seriously? No, you're not. And, if worse comes to worse, I'll just draw a circle of salt, and take a hammer, bless it real quick, and smash the goddamn thing. I'm not afraid of it. I could survive it. It's not going to kill me. Even when I was a kid, I could survive it. I was a necromancer as a kid, too, by the way. I've been practicing this for decades. Yeah, I'm 40 years old. That's 3.5 decades of practicing witchcraft. Alright. So, killer clowns from outer space. Yeah, on the surface, they're scarier looking than your average clown because they're designed to be monsters, but they're also clowns, which are inherently scary. But I wouldn't fall for their pranks because I don't do clowns, so their gags aren't going to interest me. I see a clown, I'm going the other direction. I'm just like, okay, fine, I'm out of here. I'm not going to sit there and watch it do a puppet show and then kill me. I'm not that stupid because I don't go near clowns because I know in real life, they're all serial killers. Every one of them. They're just, some of them are better at not getting caught. Okay. Don't give me that. Don't give me shit in the comments. They are. You can't prove it. You can't disprove it. You can't. You can't disprove somebody's a serial killer. How do you disprove that if they've not been caught? You know what I'm saying? Alright. Now, okay. For legal reasons and for YouTube policy reasons, I'm obviously joking. I'm overreacting. I'm not being legitimately serious. I'm not saying every person that's ever worked or dressed up like a clown in the history of humanity are serial killers. So, okay? I'm just saying you can't prove they're not, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So yeah, as scary as most clown movie clowns are, most movie clowns I could survive. But not the poltergeist clown. That would kill me. It walked in the room, I'm dying from I'm gonna have a stroke. A panic attack and a heart attack at the same time. I'm just literally gonna drop dead of fear. If that thing walked into my house, I would literally just drop dead of fear. I would be so afraid of it, I would literally die. That would kill me. Pennywise isn't gonna kill me. Art isn't gonna kill me. Chucky isn't gonna kill me. The killer clowns from outer space aren't going to kill me because I'm not going to fall for their bullshit. But the poltergeist clown would probably kill me. Okay? Now, dolls. Now, dolls are tricky because there are a lot of movies with the word doll in it that aren't the scary dolls. And there are a lot of scary movies with killer dolls in them that aren't the scary dolls. There's killer dolls. Those are separate. Those are a thing. But we're still talking about those because we have to ask, are they scary? Are killer dolls scary just because they're killer dolls? Well, evil dolls, which I've already highlighted, ceramic, porcelain dolls, the wood dummies, the howdy doody doll. That's a demon. It's an evil demon. Don't give me shit about it. Those are scary. A horror movie where those things are killing people? No, I ain't watching it. I will never watch Dead Silence. The poster gives me a panic attack every time I see it. And don't put it in the comments. I will block you. And I'll probably contact the FBI and have you tracked down for harassment and then find your house and murder you in your sleep. Don't do it, okay? It's not a real threat. This is an internet show. It's not a real threat. I'm just saying don't do it, okay? Be a decent human being. But I'm not watching Dead Silence. Don't ask. Don't watch it. That's my review of it. Don't even watch it. It's a waste of time. There's no reason to watch it. There, I reviewed Dead Silence. I don't have to watch it to know it's a waste of time. Now, I've seen Dolls, the movie Dolls. I've seen several, too many, of the Puppet Master movies. Oh my god. My brain hurts every time I force myself to watch a Puppet Master movie. And no, I haven't reviewed them all because some of them are just like... I don't have to tell you not to watch Puppet Master movies. Unless you're already a fan of Puppet Master, you're not going to like Puppet Master movies. There's no reason for me to review something that is just well understood sucks. Now, to be fair, I do enjoy a lot of things other people don't, and my favorite Star Wars movie is The Phantom Menace, and I do like Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I just did a review talking about Alien Romulus that's going to piss some people off, and I really love the Minecraft movie. So, sometimes I like something that other people don't. But sometimes I just know something is bad, and even after I watch it, I'm like, yeah, my gut said it was bad. It was bad. I didn't need to watch it to prove it was bad. That's the Puppet Master movies. But they're not scary. Could I survive the Puppet Masters? Yeah, fucking hairspray and a lighter. I've got a lighter. I've got hairspray. I'm good. Puppet Master. Not scary. Dolls from the movie Dolls? Not really scary. Some of them were. Yes, I'll admit, some of them were. But that's a really silly movie. And those were people trapped in dolls. So it was more like, yeah, if they overpowered you, they would probably take me. But, like, I'm not traveling to wherever that was in, I don't know, Germany or Switzerland or whatever, to that house to see those dolls. So they're not going to get me because they have no, there's just no reason for us to ever be in the same physical space. So, not scary. Okay, but then there's the, you know, the demonic dolls and Puppet Master versus Dolls something or other and blah, 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 blah. There's a majillion movies out there with some kind of killer doll in it. And yes, I've already talked about Chucky. Great movies. The Chucky franchise, killer franchise, not a dud in the series. 3 is the worst one, but it's still manageable as a horror movie, you know. But Chucky's not scary. If they made a movie about actual Cabbage Patch dolls, if they made a deal with the licensee, or 75 years from now when the copyright expires, or however many years it takes, and somebody makes it, well, I'll be dead then. But if somebody made a scary movie about Cabbage Patch Kids, under any scenario, or they just did it and didn't care if they got sued because it was just a B movie that they put up on their Facebook and nobody's going to see it, yeah, that might be scary. Might be. But probably not. Just take a pair of scissors to it. They're made out of cloth. Cloth dolls aren't scary. Now, what makes scary dolls scary? It's not the fact that it's a doll. I know for a fact that every ceramic doll that has ever been manufactured or crafted or created by human hands summoned this it's like an antenna that draws the most evil of all evil in the universe to it. Same with the porcelain dolls, same with the dummies. That's just a scientific pseudoscientific fact that can't be disproven, but also can't be proven, but it's probably not a legitimate fact, but it's a factoid. So we'll call it a factoid. It's a pseudoscientific factoid that ceramic dolls, porcelain dolls, and dummy dolls, yappy doll, the dummies, when I say dummy, you know what I mean, are conduits of the most evil that is so beyond evil we can't even comprehend how evil it is. So those are inherently, by their nature, scary. Just the fact that they exist. And so, you put that in a movie, that's a scary movie. Okay? Automatically. Automatically. It doesn't even have to kill people. It can be a Disney movie and you sneak one of those in the background and that has become a scary movie. Automatically. Okay. So, now, that guttural reaction that that's not fake. I'm being serious. If I walk into a physical space and there is a ceramic doll or a dummy or a porcelain doll, I might literally have a heart attack. I am that afraid of them. Because I know they're pure evil. And I mean, they're the evil that is beyond the alleged evil that my pets are, that people think they are. I'm talking real evil. Not fake evil. Not the slander that Christians will say something is evil it isn't because they don't like it, because they're, victims of propaganda. I don't care about Christians or Christianity or the Bible or your lies. But we don't have to put that into a horror movie discussion. I'm a pagan. Okay, I have other gods that I believe are real. Actual real. Anyways. Oh, and when I say demon, I'm not talking about fallen angels from the imaginary war that never happened between heaven and hell. Because I don't even acknowledge the existence of Satan. And when I say Lilith, I'm talking about the Mesopotamian interpretation of Lilith. The real Lilith. Not the slandered version of Lilith. And I think she just smiled down upon me for recognizing she's the real Lilith, and not the imaginary Christianized version. And when I say Christian, I'm referring to all branches of the Abrahamic religions. They all believe the same bullshit. It's all a fairy tale. Lilith is the queen of hell, but hell is not, a creation of Elohim. Well, although Elohim is actually one of our gods. When I say ours, I mean he's a pagan god. Elohim is the older name that they used to call Yahweh before they called him Yahweh, which they called him Yahweh before they called him Joshua, before they called him Jesus. And now they just call him God because they want you to think he's the only God. So they named him God because they're stupid and they don't know how words work. His name is not God. His name is Elohim. And if you do your research and you study actual human history, you'll know that he was a pagan god before he was an Israelite god, before he was a Christian god, before he was a Muslim god, before he was the fake god that all the Christians believe in. Is he a real god? Yes. But the Bible lies about him. So, the Bible is not written by Elohim. He's referenced in it. And people tell stories about him and use his name falsely. But that's another topic for another day. And this is actual real truth. This doesn't mean just bullshitting. Elohim is a pagan god. Get over it. Alright. Now that I've got that out of the way. Dolls are scarier. End of discussion. I have to go, like, do something. Like, watch some Rainbow Bright cartoons or something to calm down. And I don't even like cartoons, but I like Rainbow Bright. I'll make an exception for Rainbow Bright because she's pretty.